Hello everyone, welcome back to Keeping It Real with Nick and the Disability Channel. And here we have Rick, who is one of our formal Leafs. And Rick, what do you think of today's Leafs?
Well, they're exciting. I mean, they're young. Look, you got all the old guys coming in here to interview, but no, they're an exciting team. I think, like any team, they've got to learn to grow, and how do you grow? By losing, in tough situations. So I think they've had last 2 years, their playoff success hasn't been what they wanted. I mean, this year's a little bit of a different team. Got some great leadership. You got Tavares in there. They just brought in Muzzin for their back end on the defense. So, they're exciting, right? They're exciting, but again, they've still got a ways to go. I hate to say it, but I'm not seeing them win the Stanley Cup this year, but I can see them growing and being a true contender in the next year or two.
Yeah, I actually believe that too.
Mm-hmm.
Because they are our team for one.
Yes. Well, growing up in
Yes.
Hamilton, Nicholas, I watched them Wednesdays and Saturdays, so the Maple Leafs have been part of my life since I could stay up past the second period, right?
What got you involved with the Maple Leafs?
Well, the funny thing is, I grew up a single mother, so my mom was originally from Toronto. We moved to Hamel, or she did, when I was an infant, before I was born. And my mom was a huge Toronto Maple Leaf fan. So in 1967, I was 5 years old, and my mom felt it was time to play hockey. So in saying that, I started playing, and I was drafted by the Montreal Canadiens. So my mom was very excited for me to be drafted to the NHL, but maybe not so excited to be drafted by the Montreal Canadiens. So about 10 years into my career, I finally got the opportunity to play for Toronto after coming here from Calgary, which is the biggest trade in NHL history, the same. It was 10 players, so 5 guys left Toronto and went to Calgary, and 5 of us came from Calgary to Toronto. So the Doug Gilmour trade, they call it. So I became a Leaf, and my mother finally, after winning a Stanley Cup, a Calder Cup, and a silver medal with Team Canada, she figured I made it because I was a Toronto Maple Leaf now, Nicholas.
Have you ever visited the Hockey Hall of Fame?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've been fortunate enough to go there when I was younger, when it used to be at Exhibition Place. And, I've done a lot of stuff. Ronnie Ellis is a big part of the Hockey Hall of Fame, and Ronnie's a good friend of ours and a Toronto Maple Leaf alumni and Hall of Famer. So I've done a lot of different things in the Hall of Fame, and it's always nice to go there and see the cup, the Calder Cup, some of the international stuff, and really, it's a shrine, right? And it's some of the greatest people that ever played the game or built the game or talked about the game.
Yeah.
And it's something that I've been very fortunate enough to meet a lot of those people over my lifetime.
Well, that is good to know.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
Right.
Do you have a happiest memory as your time as a Leaf?
As a Leaf, well, certainly coming here and having some success right away, the enthusiasm that was shown on us by the fans and the media at that time. So I think, just putting the jersey on and watching my mom's face and her being able to come to the games at Maple Leaf Gardens. As I said, we grew up, a lot of love, and there was food and clothing, but not much else. And I think my mother never had the opportunity to come to Maple Leaf Gardens, so it was a great opportunity for me to, certainly play for the Toronto Maple Leafs and have my mother in attendance, who was always a lifelong fan of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Well, actually, and I'm also a big fan of the Maple Leafs.
Good.
Too.
Well, so am I.
Yes,
Yeah.
Same here. I used to play hockey camp.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Well, good.
But I was more interested in the snack bar.
Were you?
On the ice.
The time. What, at the hockey schools, does that Camp Maple Leaf? Did you end up going to Camp Maple Leaf, or did you go? No.
No.
Okay.
It's a different hockey camp.
Okay, yeah. No, but we run a program through, we help support, called Camp Maple Leaf, and it's more for your summertime activities like canoeing and all that, and we've done a lot of work with them over the years, so I thought maybe you had an association with them.
Yep. And I've also met a famous football player at that same time who had a nephew who had Down syndrome.
Okay.
I think his name was Pazzoso. I can't remember his name now.
Oh, that's fine.
He had a nephew with Down syndrome, and we both played hockey together, but we were both interested in the
It's a great game.
It is.
In the snack bar, right? It's always better if you get a little sweat And then you can, then you can go to the snack bar and not feel guilty, right?
Yes, exactly.
There you go.
And not just playing the game.
Yeah, and well, the game of hockey is great at any level. I know everybody wants to achieve, or not everybody, but anybody that puts on the skates when they're young has some aspirations to, to play and to have success with it. But I think, it's just a great game to play at any level.
Yeah.
And if you're having fun and you're being around your teammates and having fun with them, that's the most important part.
And do you get a good feeling playing in the game?
Well, yeah. I mean, I still enjoy it. I'm 57 years old, and I still enjoy the game immensely, and watch it a lot. And not only the Leafs, but many teams. And junior, I've coached. I was fortunate enough to coach in the American League and Major Junior, and had my own Junior B program in Stony Creek, Ontario. So I've been quite active since I've retired at many levels of hockey, and certainly with the youth programs out there.
Yeah. And do you have family?
I have. I'm married to a beautiful lady called Jackie. We've been married 35 years. So yeah, she's a little crazy because she's hanging out with me that long, eh? But
and does
two
she
kids.
love hockey too?
Yeah, well, and then I have two kids. My son played a little bit of minor pro, and I have a daughter. She never played hockey, but the four of us, that's what brings us together. That's our common ground is hockey.
Yes.
We love the game, and we're all certainly Leaf fans and hockey fans, more or less. But at the end of the day, hockey's been in our blood, in our family's blood.
Yeah.
And my daughter, even though she didn't play, she married an ex-hockey player, so she's got that in her. You think she would have learned, right? But at the end of the day, hockey's been a huge part of my life and my family when I got married and my kids. So I can't say enough about the game of hockey because it's who I am, and it's helped me become who I am.
Well, that is very impressive.
Thank you.
I'm very happy that hockey inspires you and your family.
Well, you know what? It's a common ground that we get to cheer, certainly the World Juniors, the Olympics, all that. We're proud Canadians and proud hockey people.
Yes, I'm a proud Canadian too.
Good.
And I want to say thank you.
Thank you, Nicholas, for having me.
Thank you, Rick, for coming on. And thank you to the Disability Channel.
Yes.
And Getting Away with Nick. And thank you guys for watching. Keep posting, keep tweeting, and stay tuned. Thanks for watching.